Okay, how we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. We are in the meter max out zone. So we call this area the meter max out zone due to the fact that meters don't pick up down here. So the lighting I have down here is quite interesting. I'm using an overhead fluorescent work lights that I have down here in the shop. Did have them installed. They actually came with the house. We actually have two sets of them down here, but the ones in the neck room don't have anything to do with the ones over here. So I'm showing you my meter setting right here. So this is Dr. Meter. This is a certified meter. If I stand over my I'll put it over here so you can see my sensor. So this is my sensor right there. See how that meter is jumping back and forth? That's because my shadow is sitting over top the meter. If I take my hand and I pass it over, it'll start to read. If I move my hand away, there you go. This is why we call it the meter max out zone. This is the best place for us to test ambient light rejection screen paint because in here, well, there's no mercy in here whatsoever. This is about as bright as it gets in here. So we got two options where our screens can go at. It's here or outside, which I wonder how the weather's going to be today if I want to be outside today. Because I want to get outside and do a demonstration on the 180 inch, which I only had a chance to do one time. I want to get a chance to paint that screen a little bit. But anyway, let's move on to this right here. So this right here, this technology is by our Phantom technology. It is called the Deep Red. It's actually a deep red screen. And these screens are actually gorgeous. I have one of these on a motorized and I have one of these on a fixed frame. This one was the one upstairs in the gaming room. This one right here is going to be, actually I'm going to use a wallpaper screen. I'm deciding what I'm going to do for the wallpaper screen upstairs. I got to figure that one out. What I'm going to add. I might add that new invisible black technology to it, but I'm not sure. There's no point in adding the visible if I'm not using it for rear projection. But we'll figure that one out. I might just go back to red. All right, I'm going to pop out of here for a minute. And I want to go to, let's go here. Let's go in there. Let's come up here. I'm at 24. I want to be lower than 24. Actually, I'd like to be at 19. 19 would be perfect. Yeah, I got to bring my settings down. I have to bring my settings down in here. So my settings for my brightness on my projector is at 19. I got to bring them down in here because the screens generate a lot of freaking light. So I have to bring it down to 19. That'll work for me right there. That's all I need. What's my contrast is only on 5. There's my settings for my projector. We're at 19 and my contrast is at 5. Right there, sharpness is at 5. Alright, that's perfect. We don't need it that bright. I had it at 24. Way too much. 4K demonstrations. That's better. Philips 4K demonstrations. Getting that from YouTube. I don't like to have my stand too close to the screen due to the fact, like I said, it should be sitting back at a distance. It should never be sitting right up on top of the screen when you're doing demonstrations. Let me turn my fan off. I'll show you how dark the screen is. It's the red. Now I've got one of these in 106 inch and I got one of these on motorized upstairs in the tech room. I got two of these for myself. The red is so beautiful. It's just showing that our screen paint can maintain an image from corner to corner at 106 inches in a fully lit environment, beyond fully lit environment. So these are my lights over top. As you can see, they're fluorescent work lights, quite bright. That means at an angle gain, that screen still has to be able to maintain its image with no problem, as you can see. Swing around here to the other side of the screen. Yeah, from the demonstrations, I've gone online to check out to see exactly who's using as much ambient light as what we're doing in our demonstrations. Nobody. Everybody's using some form of ambient light controlled environment. Organizing my shop a little bit. I try to keep it clean here as much as possible. Uploaded a demonstration of me actually painting the screen. It was black. Uploaded a demonstration of me painting the screen back to red again to show you how fast and easy it is to apply our screen paints. As I said before, at the end of the day, you're not going to be doing multi-coat applications, waiting for the screen to dry, all that other nonsense, using multiple rollers, all that stuff. You don't want to go through all that to begin with. Like I said, too much work, too much time to go into doing something like that. And when you're doing multiple applications, one of the things you're going to have to deal with is the fact that, the money you're going to spend on rollers, you're going to go through a pack of 4, or I think it's a pack of 3. I think it's a pack of 3 or 4. But you're going to go through 4 brand new rollers right from the door. Unless you're going to wash out the same one over and over again, that's going to be a headache. Now, as for putting spray on applications, we only require 1 spray on application, 1 roll on application, and you're done. Other screen paints may require, and do require, as I said, do require for you to put on 4 applications, which means you're going to be cleaning out your paint sprayer 4 times in a row, unless you're just going to go out and buy 4 paint sprayers. Either way, at the end of the day, you're still going to have to clean out 4 paint sprayers. So a lot of work to just paint a screen. Our applications require 1 coat application only. And the only time we do require for you to prime a surface, unless you're using fabric. Fabric screens require to be primed due to the fact you want the screen to be able to absorb as much of the paint as possible, so that way you don't get uneven areas, uneven spots. Now, can you imagine if you're doing a fabric screen, you're automatically going to put 2 coats of paint on that to begin with. Then you're going to have to turn around and put down 4 applications of paint. Yeah, that is going to be a bit of a nightmarish headache. As you can see by our demonstrations, we are in fully lit environments, wherein you see demonstrations on YouTube. Environments are dark, ambient light controlled environments. That's something you don't want to do. You don't want to turn your home into a cave at the end of the day. Here's the projector we're using. This right here is an old projector. You can get those for around $270, around $350 to $270. This is a projector that's not going to cost you $1,500, $1,000, $3,000, $4,000 at the end of the day. And as you can see, we do not rely on ultra short throw projectors. As I said before, when you're dealing with an ultra short throw projector, the distance throw isn't that far away. Not saying the screens are not, they are ultra short throw compatible, but I feel that if I'm going to do a demonstration, I'd rather do it on the long throw, so that way you can see that the screen can still maintain its image in a maxed out zone without washing out and not being too close to the screen. That's why a lot of the companies do ultra short throws to show that their projectors can, no, actually they do short throw projectors, short throw screens are actually ultra short throw compatible. But like I said, at the end of the day, basic gray screen paint can show up on an ultra short throw projector. I think a lot of reasons why they do that because, like I said, the distance throw isn't there, and that way they're guaranteed to get a much sharper, brighter image with the projector being so close up on the screen. I consider that to be a form of cheating. Do it at a long throw, see if you still get the same image. All right, let's go over here and let's grab one more. Let's go grab, let's see, let's get this one right here. Now, if this paint can pick up in this environment, it can pick up in your environment with no problem. That's one of the problems I have with a lot of the demonstrations I see on YouTube. Such dark environments. In order to they have to rely on those dark environments in order to get the screen to pop. We don't need those requirements. For those of you staring at the screen, no, this is not the black screen. This is actually the red screen. So the contrast shifting technology, they can turn dark. I will be posting below the video description of me painting the screen in no time at all, without the nightmare of 4 applications to paint the screen. I was talking to a friend of mine. I was like, yeah, I saw a video where a guy used 4 applications to paint the screen. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. This is too much work at the end of the day. Most people, like I said, we get people that get our screen paints in. Sometimes they're coming in from work. The paint gets there. They want to paint it up, get it all set up. They do not want to sit there after coming in from work and paint a screen 4 times in a row. For the 4 times it takes to paint one screen in that application that I saw in that video, I could have painted 4 screens already and been done. That fast, that quick. I see we're maintaining our contrast levels with no problem. Well, I hope we get outside today. I hope we get a nice day. We can get outside today. I haven't got a chance to use that 180-inch screen in a while. We got 250 inches out there, but kind of expanded the screen by painting part of the deck that the screen's attached to, and that gives us about a 180-inch screen now. LG Beta Fish.
Getting that from YouTube.
Go to a couple places. Gray screens, light gray screen mixes, and other gray screens can't go to. Now we're also going to be doing a couple of black screens. As before, I told you before, you want to make sure that you are getting a 100% black screen and not a dark gray screen. I've seen this with companies. I've also seen this with people who make gray screen paint products who try to pass off a black screen, but at the end of the day, it's gray. There's some key things you need to look at when you're watching those demonstrations to make sure that the screen that you're getting is 100% black. Keep in mind, one of the requirements that we have is to match the screen against black paint to see whether you do a pour out and full screens are displaying black. Demonstrations I've seen, screens were coming up gray, dark gray. I got fooled a few times by watching a couple of certified companies that did the same thing. Thought the screens were black, got them over here and said, nope, they're gray. You have to be able to display that. And at the end of the day, you have to make sure that you know what you're exactly getting. You want to make sure you're not buying black and white paint at the end of the day. You want to make sure you're actually getting a physical screen. That's something that you can make at home for a load. That's why those tests are very important, which have not been done yet, as I can see. But that's neither here or there for us. I said before, as long as we can back our product at 100%, that's all that matters for our customers. All right, let's switch over. Get ourselves a. Oh, I like this one. I haven't seen this one in a while. This is another demonstration that we have for screens that claim they can pull contrast levels. That's not even a black screen, by the way. That's a red screen. You can see the contrast shifting technology. So this is a contrast test. The background must remain black at all times while the goldfish passes through it. That's a very hard demonstration to pull. I think this may be harder than the star field. But as you can see by our environment and how much light we have in the environment, this is what you call true ambient light rejection technology. And all the demonstrations I have seen on YouTube so far doing my research to see if I can find anyone that can match this our environment, haven't found any. Now, usually if they try something like this, they'll do it with an ultra short throw. Like I said, the shorter distance throw. We don't require ultra short throws when we do our demonstrations. See, they're at an angle. That screen's going to pick up. And like I said, if you're watching a demonstration and like I said, it's in the dark, or it starts off with the lights on and still converts back to the dark, it tells you at the end of the day, that's where you're going to have to be in order for your picture quality to be able to pull. You're going to have to be in the dark. We don't do dark demonstrations, only if requested, or we have to do some prove a point. But other than that, it's not necessary. I like that particular demonstration right there. That's a good one right there. Nothing but heavy black levels right there. Football highlights.
Getting that from YouTube.
Lucky for you, nothing keeps you connected like AT&T 5G.
Is that fast?
Oh yeah, it's fast.
Reliable?
Definitely is.
Secure?
Oh yeah, it's secure.
Love it.
It's not complicated. AT&T 5G is fast, reliable, and secure. I'm gonna keep on loving you.
Rashard Penny in the backfield takes the handoff from Wilson, and Penny puts up a first down and more. Pete Carroll was so excited. That 5-1 game against the Titans. Third down and 10, and Wilson sacked this time by Isaiah Simmons. So third down and 6. McCoy over the middle.
And stepping up for that defense has helped them out a lot.
McCoy on first down, it's complete, and take it all the way out.
Underneath routes, not doing too much at the quarterback position.
On the toss, it's Connor across midfield. Must get to the 43-yard.
I said no dark environments. All right, let me go grab something here. Let's go over to, let me see. love doing the angle gain on the screen. Especially have all that light hitting the screen. For a minute, I thought that was my projector doing that. I was like, oh, heck no. We find out that's just the video doing that. Some beautiful images in there. Think about it. No nightmare instructions, no calibrating projectors, no expensive projectors, no dark environments. This is a technology one for your home theater projection setup. All right, I'm gonna let this play a little bit. I think everything down here is cleaned up. You guys can enjoy this. Finish up here. See how beautiful that looks? No washing out. There are several colors that are extremely hard to do in fully lit environments. Our environments are well beyond any of the environments I've seen on YouTube. And yes, I have done my research. I've actually tried to see if I could find any environments that were matching ours right now. There are none. Majority, most people are doing these demonstrations are in ambient light controlled environments. All certified screens are using ambient light projection or ambient light controlled environments. The majority of the screen paints I've seen, same thing. Some of them have to add extra lights to their meter readings in order to try to pull higher levels. We don't even have to try. We don't have any extra lights in here. So when I spin around, and also too, one of the things you have to watch out for too, not only these black screens trying to pass off or gray screens trying to pass off black screens, but when someone's doing a meter reading in a room, the only lights that should be in the room are the lights you're going to be using in that demonstration every single day. Because if they're using a bunch of extra lights in that room while that meter is being displayed, then those same lights should be included in every single video that they do. And that's what I don't like when people do these fake demonstrations. You watch me turn around on my camera, you don't see any extra lights behind the back of me at all. The only thing we have on display is the overhead lights, and that's it. That's how a proper meeting reading is supposed to be done. There should be no extra. If there are extra lights in that demonstration, then those extra lights need to be involved in every single demonstration where that screen is displayed, the same amount of lighting. So if you notice, when we're down here in the meter max out zone, or if we're upstairs, anywhere in the house, there's no extra lights in those environments. We use the only lights we have that are in that environment. So to prove a point, as you can see, every demonstration we're doing is in this meter max out zone down here. We don't have to add anything to it. If we're outside, I don't even know why in the world anyone would add lights outside. What would be the point? Now I can see if you were doing it at nighttime and you're putting extra lights over top of it. Some people have outside patio lighting for that, but in the daytime, like, what would be the point of that to begin with? There's no point. But anyway, still, when a meter reading's being done, you should be able to see only the lights that are in that environment only. If those lights are missing from any other demonstration, clearly shows that the person was using those lights to jump the meter readings. And even at that, they can't max out. We're maxing out in here right now. Lights, these fluorescent lights, I love these things so much. Look how bright these things are. These things are super bright. And our meter can't even read it. I have to stand, see how it keeps blinking in and out? That's my shadow casting over top the sensor. If I put my body over the sensor, see, it reads. If I back away from it, it doesn't. That's how bright these lights are. And that screen's 106 inches. Which means the bigger screens we put in here, the more light it's going to take in. That's why I don't like when people do demonstrations on them. We call them cookie cutter screens. Because number one, the screen's not taking in a lot of ambient light. And number two, like I said, the demonstration that I saw outside, at 12 feet away, 12 feet at any average projector is about 100-inch screen. This is 1.6, but about 100-inch screen. If you had it at 12 feet and your zoom was up, you would be able to pick up 100-inch. We're approximately 12 feet away from my screen right now. My screen's 106 inches. So for a screen to be outside, to be on a screen about that size at 12 feet away, clearly tells me at the end of the day that the zoom was pushed all the way down to tighten the image and make it brighter and to pull the projector back. Yeah, anybody will pick up on that. Anybody. Anybody in the projection screen field can pick up on that one. That the fact that why is the screen so small at 12 feet? Yeah, they can pick up on that one easily. Anytime you do an outside projection screen, like I said, last two houses I was at, really couldn't expand the size that I want. When I got to the backyard, I can probably do in the back of the house, the alleyway, I could probably do maybe 100-inch back there at a certain degree because I had about 12 feet back. I do about 100-inch back there. We had 12 feet or 100-inch. Barely about 100-inch. But out here, especially with that kind of land, should at least had 150 and up out there, at least. You could probably do about 180, 190, 200-inch, 250, 300-inch screen. You know why? The screen won't pick it up. That's why. The first minute we see those little signs like that, automatically lets me open the door that the product is flawed. And we can overtake it with no problem. Because at the end of the day, people have to understand, I want to make the best product that I can make for my customers. Now, like I said, we got other people make screen paints out there. They don't mention their name or nothing. They stay in their own lane. I wish them the best of luck. I wish them the best of success. But for those of you who do want to challenge us, hey, be warned. Be warned. With those challenges at you, we'll do the challenges with no problem. But with those challenges at you that you will not be able to do. We can do it with no problem. And two of the challenges we put out there, which have not been met yet, one of them was the Digital One Crystal Screen Paint review. No reply back on that one. Offered to send out 4 different products under Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. That one was refused. Posted the ingredients multiple times. None of those were done to match the product. Because like I said, at the end of the day, you got to make sure you know what you're getting. You want to make sure you're getting actual screen paint and not a black and white mix. Same request for the other product. Requested to go to Home Depot or Lowe's and do a match of the screen. The first coat match of the screen. Because that particular product requires 4 coats. So curious if someone can just go out and just buy the paint, take the first coat, or actually the last coat application, and just basically just use that and have that basically reproduce over at Home Depot or Lowe's and go from there. Because as I said before, when you're doing a multi-screen application, there's a process. Like Goose Screen has it where they have a primer, they have the paint and a finisher. That's why Goose Screen requires a 3 paint application. You have some of them, basically, when they paint the screen is still going to be a little saturated or wet, not too wet, but a little saturated. And these are the little harder, difficult ones to do. Screen can't be too wet where basically you're going to have cross-contamination with one paint and bleed into another one. And it has to be where it's slightly dry, but it's not dry. So basically, what it was designed to do that when one formula hits another one, they're designed to marry within each other to cause a reaction. And you do this for each application. There's some other ones that are designed that way. But for a screen to be fully dry, and then you add another application that's fully dry, then you add another application. I don't even know how in the world would they intertwine with each other if the applications are dry. They're fully cured. So how would that happen? It doesn't make any sense at all whatsoever. So it's like basically if you were to paint your wall blue, then paint it red, then paint it green and yellow, the remaining color would be yellow. The blue and red and the rest of the colors would not affect the yellow at all, period. So that's why I said it's pointless at all to do that to begin with. Anyone can just go in and just buy the paint, get the last application, go to Home Depot and Lowe's, and then go from there. That's it. So I don't know.
This way.
I don't know how that one would even work. But at the end of the day, still, it's a headache. It's still a headache that you're going to have to go through, as I said before, because you're going to have to do those multiple applications. Or at the end of the day, the average person is just going to paint the screen one time and be done with it. And that's the advancements of our product. We can do things that the other products can't do. And on top of that, we're over 18 screens certified, which means we've tested our products against over 18 certified screens, long throw and ultra short throw. All right, I got one more demonstration to do. Hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Thank you all for your time. I'm Kenneth Burr from Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Telling you to be careful, do your research, make sure you're getting exactly what you're paying for at the end of the day. You don't want to pay for a product at the end of the day that cannot back up its product. You can end up with a black and white paint mixture. You can end up with a screen paint that basically will require you to do multiple applications onto a surface. Just a bunch of nightmarish instructions. Like I said, our product is the best because keep in mind, one coat application, whether it be spray or roller, as you can see, we can use this in fully lit environment. Screens will max out in the max out zone. Well, actually, meters will max out in the max out zone, not screens. And our technology produces an amazing image. We don't have to have overpriced, expensive projectors. We don't have to rely on ultra short throw projectors. And there's no calibrating required. All right. Hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Thank you for your time. I have to go, and God bless.